My cheating ex-wife hates that I am engaged and moving on. Hey, my name is Brad and you won't believe what happened to me. My ex, Emma, was totally cheating on me for months and I had no idea. I was so shook when I found out. I felt like my whole world was crashing down on me. But you know what? I didn't let it break me. I decided to move on and find someone better. And guess what? I did. I'm engaged now to the most amazing person ever, and I couldn't be happier. But here's the thing, Emma is not happy about it. She's been texting me constantly, saying all sorts of nasty things about my fiancé and our relationship. She keeps saying that she can't believe I moved on so quickly, and that I must have been seeing my fiancé while we were still together, which is so ridiculous, because I would never do that. I think Emma just can't handle the fact that I'm moving on and living my best life without her. She's always been so jealous and possessive, and I guess she thought I would never find anyone else. But she was wrong. Honestly, it's kind of sad to see her like this. I used to love her so much, and now she's just this bitter, angry person. I wish she could be happy for me, but I guess that's just not in the cards. Anyway, I'm not going to let her ruin my happiness. I'm so in love with my fiancé, and I know we're going to have an amazing life together. Emma can hate all she wants. It's not going to change anything. So am I being a jerk? And how am I going to get her to stop calling and texting me? What would you all do? Now the comments. 1. Congrats on moving on and finding happiness, but it sounds like Emma is causing unnecessary drama. Have you considered blocking her number or changing your own? 2. Emma clearly has some unresolved feelings, but that doesn't mean she has the right to harass you. You may need to involve the authorities if she continues to contact you. 3. It's important to set boundaries with Emma and let her know that her behavior is not acceptable. Maybe try having a serious conversation with her about it. 4. It's not your responsibility to make Emma happy or deal with her insecurities. Don't engage with her negative behavior and focus on your own happiness. 5. Consider reaching out to a therapist or counselor to help you cope with the situation and come up with strategies for dealing with Emma's behavior. 6. You deserve to have a peaceful and happy engagement without Emma's interference. Don't be afraid to get a restraining order if necessary. 7. Emma's behavior is not healthy or respectful. Maybe try blocking her number and avoiding any contact with her. 8. It's important to remember that Emma's behavior is a reflection of her own issues, not your worth or character. Focus on your own happiness and well-being. 9. Have you talked to your fiancé about the situation? They may be able to provide support and help you deal with Emma's behavior. 10. It's understandable that you may feel frustrated or angry with Emma, but try to approach the situation with empathy and understanding. 11. If Emma continues to harass you, document any messages or calls and consider getting a restraining order. 12. It's important to prioritize your own safety and well-being. Don't hesitate to involve the authorities if Emma's behavior becomes threatening or dangerous. 13. Try not to engage with Emma's negative behavior or respond to any of her messages. Hopefully, she will eventually move on and stop contacting you. 14. Remember that you have the power to control who has access to your life and your energy. Don't let Emma's behavior bring you down or ruin your happiness. 15. Consider reaching out to a lawyer or legal professional to help you deal with any potential harassment or stalking from Emma. What do you think? What advice would you give him? Let me know in the comments below. Story 2. He cheated and I found a new love and now he can't stop trying to get me back. What do I do? The question has been on my mind for weeks now. Should I give him another chance? Tyler cheated on me and I thought it was over for good. But now he's been reaching out to me, apologizing and begging for another chance. I can't deny that part of me still loves him. He was my first love, and we shared so many memories together. But I can't ignore the hurt he caused me, either. It's been eating away at me, and I don't know if I could ever fully trust him again. I've been trying to move on, but it's been difficult. Then I met someone new, Jason. He's everything Tyler wasn't. He's kind, thoughtful, and respectful. He listens to me and makes me feel like I'm the only person in the world that matters. But even with Jason, I can't stop thinking about Tyler. He's been calling me every day, asking for another chance. He swears he's changed and that he'll never hurt me again. Part of me wants to believe him, but I don't know if I can take that risk. I've talked to Jason about everything, and he's been nothing but understanding. He said he wants me to be happy, even if that means giving Tyler another chance. But he's also warned me to be careful and not let my heart be broken again. I'm so torn. I don't want to hurt either of them, but I also can't ignore my feelings. Should I give Tyler another chance, or should I move on with Jason and leave the past behind? It's a difficult decision, and I don't know what to do. Here are some of the responses that she got. 1. I know it's hard, but you have to remember why you left Tyler in the first place. Cheating is a huge betrayal, and it takes a lot of work to rebuild trust. Only you can decide if you're willing to take that risk again. Don't rush into anything, and take time to think about what you really want. 2. I'm sorry you're going through this. It's never easy when someone we love hurts us. Just remember that you deserve to be treated with respect and love. Don't settle for less than you deserve, whether that's with Tyler or someone else. 3. It's okay to still have feelings for Tyler, but it's important to also remember the pain he caused you. Trust is hard to regain once it's been broken. Think about what you want in a partner and whether Tyler can give that to you. 4. Don't let guilt or obligation make your decision for you. If you still love Tyler and want to give him another chance, do it for yourself and not because you feel like you owe him anything. But also remember that Jason seems like a great guy and could make you really happy. 5. I'm so sorry that Tyler hurt you like that. You deserve someone who respects and loves you enough to not betray your trust. Don't rush into anything and take all the time you need to make a decision that feels right for you. 6. It's completely understandable to have conflicting feelings. That ultimately, you have to do what's best for you. Don't let anyone pressure you into a decision that you're not comfortable with. Take your time and don't be afraid to seek outside help if you need it. 7. I went through something similar and I can tell you from experience that it's a long road to healing. If you do decide to give Tyler another chance, make sure he understands the gravity of his actions and is willing to put in the work to rebuild trust. Don't settle for anything less. 8. I'm sorry you're going through this. You have to do what's best for you, but also remember that forgiveness doesn't always mean reconciliation. Take your time to figure out what you want and don't let anyone pressure you into anything. 9. It's okay to still have feelings for Tyler, but don't let that cloud your judgment. Remember the pain he caused you and make a decision that will bring you happiness in the long term. 10. I know it's hard, but try not to rush into a decision. Take your time and think about what you really want in a relationship. You deserve to be happy and loved, so make sure whoever you choose can give you that. 11. It's okay to be scared of getting hurt again, but remember that you're strong enough to handle whatever comes your way. Make a decision that makes you happy and don't settle for anything less. 12. I can't imagine how difficult this must be for you. Just remember that you're not alone and there are people who care about you. Take all the time you need to make a decision that feels right for you, and don't be afraid to lean on your support system for help. What do you think? Can she ever trust him again, or is she better off with someone like Jason? Let me know in the comments below. Story 3. I cheated on him, but I want him back, but he has a new girlfriend. What do? I never thought I would be the type of person to cheat on someone I loved, but I did, and now I'm paying the price for it. I cheated on my boyfriend of 3 years, and now he's moved on with someone new. But I can't help but think about him constantly and how badly I want him back in my life. It all started about 6 months ago. I was feeling neglected in my relationship, and I found myself getting closer and closer to a coworker of mine. We had always been friends, but suddenly our conversations were more flirtatious, and we were spending more and more time together outside of work. Before I knew it, we were sleeping together. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help myself. I was getting the attention and affection that I had been craving from my boyfriend, and I was hooked. I continued to cheat on him for a few months, until one day he found out. He was devastated, and I didn't blame him. I had broken his trust in the worst way possible. He told me that he couldn't be with me anymore, and that he needed time to figure out what he wanted for his future. I begged him to forgive me, but he refused. Fast forward a few months, and I found out through social media that he had started seeing someone new. Her name was Emily, and she was drop-dead gorgeous. She had long blonde hair, bright blue eyes, and a smile that could light up a room. I couldn't help but feel jealous of her, and I couldn't stop comparing myself to her. I knew that I had made a huge mistake by cheating on my ex, and I knew that it would be nearly impossible to win him back. But I couldn't shake the feeling that we were meant to be together, and that I needed to do whatever it took to make things right. I tried reaching out to him a few times, but he always seemed distant and uninterested. I couldn't blame him. After what I had done, he had every right to be angry with me, but I couldn't give up on him. As I continued to see pictures of him and Emily on social media, I couldn't help but feel like I was losing him for good. She seemed like the perfect girlfriend. She was beautiful, smart, and seemed to have her life together. I, on the other hand, felt like a complete mess. I started to wonder what I could do to win him back. Should I write him a letter, telling him how sorry I was and how much I missed him? Should I try to run into him in person and hope that we could talk things out? Or should I just accept that he had moved on and try to move on myself? I don't know what to do. All I know is that I miss him terribly and that I would do anything to make things right between us. But am I too late? Have I messed things up beyond repair? And now the responses. 1. Wow, cheating on someone you love. That's a new level of low. You deserve to feel the pain of losing them. 2. I'm sorry you're going through this. Cheating is never the answer, but it's not too late to learn from your mistakes and become a better person. 3. Good riddance to your ex. If he can move on with someone new so quickly, he probably wasn't worth your time anyway. 4. You made a huge mistake, but that doesn't mean you're a terrible person. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. 5. Honestly, you sound like a hot mess. Maybe it's best that you focus on yourself and work on becoming a better version of you. 6. I'm sure there are plenty of fish in the sea, but it's not always easy to find someone who truly understands and loves you. Keep fighting for what you want. 7. Cheating is a cowardly act. If you truly loved your ex, you wouldn't have done it in the first place. 8. I know it's tough, but you need to accept that you messed up and move on. Your ex deserves someone who won't break their trust. 9. Don't give up hope just yet. It's never too late to make amends and rebuild trust. 10. Cheating is a betrayal, plain and simple. It's going to take a lot of effort and time to earn your ex's forgiveness. 11. You messed up big time, but that doesn't mean you can't learn from your mistakes and become a better partner in the future. 12. Cheating is never okay, but that doesn't mean you deserve to be alone forever. Keep working on yourself and you'll find someone who loves and respects you. 13. If you truly love someone, you wouldn't do anything to hurt them. It's time to learn that lesson and move on. 14. You cheated, and now you're paying the price. But it's never too late to start making things right and earning back your ex's trust. What do you think? Should she try to get him back or leave him alone and move on and try to learn from her mistake? Let me know in the comments below. Story 4. I cheated on my wife and I have zero regrets. I know the title might seem like I'm some sort of monster, but hear me out. I was married to my wife for 5 years. In the beginning, things were great and I loved her to bits. But over time, things started to change and my wife became a real jerk. She was constantly putting me down, belittling me, and making me feel like I was worthless. She would criticize everything I did, from the way I dressed to the food I cooked. No matter what I did, it was never good enough for her. I tried to make things work, I really did. I tried talking to her, going to couples therapy, and even changing my behavior to make her happy. But nothing worked. She was always unhappy and nothing I did could change that. Then, one day, I met someone who made me feel alive again. She was kind, caring, and supportive, everything my wife was not. We started talking and getting to know each other, and before I knew it, we were having an affair. I know cheating is wrong, and I never thought I would be the type of person to do something like that. But I was so unhappy in my marriage, and this other woman made me feel alive again. I felt like I had a purpose, like I was wanted and loved. I started spending more and more time with her, and before I knew it, I had fallen in love. We talked about leaving our respective partners and starting a new life together. It wasn't an easy decision, but I knew that I couldn't stay with my wife any longer. I told her about the affair, and she was understandably upset. She begged me to stay and said that she would change, but I knew that she wouldn't. I had given her too many chances, and she had never followed through with any of her promises. So, we got a divorce. It was messy and emotional, but I knew that it was the right decision. My ex-wife tried to make my life hell during the divorce proceedings, but I didn't care. I was too happy with my new partner to let her get to me. I know that what I did was wrong, and I'm not proud of it. But at the same time, I have zero regrets. If I hadn't cheated on my wife, I wouldn't have found the love of my life. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's true. My new partner is everything I ever wanted in a relationship. She's kind, supportive, and loving. We've been together for 2 years now, and we're planning to get married soon. I know that some people might judge us for the way we got together, but I don't care. We're happy, and that's all that matters. I still think about my ex-wife sometimes, and I wonder if things could have been different. But then I remember how unhappy I was, and I know that leaving was the best decision I ever made. If there's one thing I've learned from this experience, it's that life is too short to be unhappy. If you're in a relationship that's not making you happy, then you need to get out. Don't stay because you're afraid of being alone or because you feel like you have to. Life is too short to live that way. In the end, cheating on my wife was a terrible thing to do, but it led me to the love of my life, and for that, I have zero regrets. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled Threads.